Thanks for staying with us. Last week, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, said the president, Bola Tinubu, will reshuffle his 47-man cabinet, but explained that the exercise, which may be carried out anytime from now, will be evidence-based. Now, the big question on the show today is, who is your standout minister? Which of the ministers would you be giving away as saying that this person has underperformed? If you are asked to nominate one or two, or who would you recommend as overperforming? And what are your expectations after the imminent cabinet reshuffle? Join the conversation by calling us on 0810-7641-679, or you can call us on 090-241-63440. You can also tweet to us using hashtag YourViewTVC on X, or you could join the live stream and comment on YouTube at TVC Entertainment. We would love to hear from you. So, when asking who is standing out, I don't want to even approve anybody as standing out right now, because the way this country is doing everybody gbas-gbos, I don't want to compliment anyone excessively. However, I would be quick to want to judge. I want to throw my judging at some people. But Nyma, what's your opinion? Who do you say? Who would you say has been
Let me start
standing
from the people
out?
that are disappointing me.
No, you don't want to.
No, that's I want to start from. Minister for Petroleum, as the president himself, and the Minister for State for Petroleum. Now we're done. Now look at NPC be doing us like this. We're discussing CNG now. We're discussing 50,000 naira to fill a tank. And every day I pray, when I buy it, God, let this one last. I always look for 1 extra liter, whether they will do mistake to dash me. Or if you give me free fuel now, I'll be greeting you for a week. You know? So that's where we are now. We cannot express excitement over the performance because the ministry itself has sort of twisted our necks. Now, the most disappointing for me, because I had high hopes for the Minister for Finance and the CBN governor. These are appointees of the president. As they were coming in, we wanted a shift from what we had suffered. And so when they said float the naira, it was like they knew what they needed to do. They have already observed the market. They know that if they float it, we'll be able to float the dollar, we'll be able to meet naira, we'll be able to meet, at least it will come close. It seemed that way, but now it's like every time they have to release the dollar to the market for it to have for naira to even stable. It's not like the floating stable anything. It just increased the disparity between the dollar and the naira and worsened the situation in Nigeria. It's now looking like, now they're now slowing down as if when they took the decision that time, seemed like it was the answer to all questions. But now they're now slowing down as if they didn't know what they were doing, putting us here. And I'm wondering, with all the big certification that was coming, Harvard train, this train, that was like, sometimes these people, they don't train people that understand what will better our life. They train people that have the English to satisfy people that we cannot see. You know, the unseen hands. That one is on one side. So those two, for me right now, I'm not pleased with them. And that when I open their news, I'm not excited about anything. Actually, the entire NNPC now. Another appointment is the EFCC, Oga.
No, we're talking about...
No, I'm talking minister, that one, just on the side. But the other ministers that have really surprised me, one that surprised me is that of power. Because I had nothing good for him at the time he came in. He's starting years, months, it seemed like he didn't know.
Everything was just shutting down.
Off freezer, all of this, I was like, this one didn't know. You know what he was doing. And he kept talking about increasing. But I have a problem with the bandings. You know, I just think power is a service, give service, people pay for service. But, you know, he graded them as maybe he was trying to do a work balance between certain places. So if you live in some places, you have money. So it means that he was trying to do something. And
some are at a disadvantage.
Yeah. But the lights that we are having, we cannot come and lie on national TV that we didn't have lights. Maybe if they don't have it, will be your street or your wire that cut. It will not be that light did not enter your area. The kind of lights I'm having, I'm offering freezer now. Actually, I'm actually offering freezer. You know, so I only leave my freezer for when the lights come. I don't allow it to stay on the panels during the day. So that one is shocking for me. And I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians have improved. You know, there was a business of block selling before it came. Now it's a competitive business. Everybody have freezer and they have enough.
They can sell block.
Yes, they have enough frozen drinks. They don't really need block. So it is affecting markets. You know?
You have to innovate into other business opportunities.
So you have to be thinking on your toes.
Please, let them start making all sorts of ice drinks.
Another minister that's really, really impressed me, Minister for Interior.
Okay.
Up until recently that this Bobrisky matter come out.
But even the response of his response to the was also good.
Yes,
even with the Bobrisky, the suspension, the investigation.
Not only young, but he's hardworking. He's very, very efficient.
He's efficient, yes.
He works well.
Yeah.
You know, before he was minister, I kept thinking I have to go to Abuja to do my name change. There was a spelling in my name. You know, that not just my marriage name and the combination of my names, but the war officer from the immigrations that did my initial passport, my very, very first one in 2000 and something, was from maybe Kogi or somewhere. He put I at the end of my name. And I kept saying, no, my name starts and stops at H. Not I. It has always been spelled. It's like that in my certificate. The man just looked me straight in the eye and said, that's how they call it in his place. Yeah. And it remained on my passport. So it didn't add up when I did my NIN in 2014. It just kept featuring. And I needed it to, because something might happen and they will start asking me, who is this person, whether I'm impersonating. And so this time around, I thought, let me try it in Lagos. I sat here in Lagos, in the same Lagos, did my application, removed my I, correct my name, and it came out. Corrected.
Fantastic.
Within Lagos. And it was only because he came and he synchronized the ministries. NIN is right under the ministry, but I don't know why they separate office. You first of all go here before you go there. Yeah. You go there. Now on the same website, you have all of that working and Nigerians get quick results. It still needs a lot of improvement because some people are still talking that there is human factor affecting them within the ministry. But as a minister, he's on top of his work and you cannot take it away from him.
We can't deny he cleared the backlog. He came in and there was a huge
fast cleared. Yeah.
And he kept saying, we are clearing it, we are clearing it. People were hemming that he's not going to do.
He gave time.
And he gave time and he cleared all the backlog, reduced the timeline for production. So yes, that's one person I'll acknowledge and support you on that.
Okay, so for me, I have the Minister of Works, Mr. David Umahi. And we can, I mean, if you live in Lagos and you look at the Third Mainland Bridge, you cannot but, you know, give him kudos for that work that was done. This was, you know, something that Lagosians especially have complained about, you know, for quite a bit. And it was done, and it was done in record time. And this is something that we enjoy. I love that, you know, now when you watch like videos and movies, they tend to do like the bird's eye view of the bridge. It gives us, I'm happy about that. And from the last week, I took a story where he was talking about tolling a lot of our expressways, the Lagos, Ibadan, the, you know, different express ways across the country. And he says that the reason that they're doing that is so that they are constantly maintaining and sustaining these projects. You know, there will be solar lights on these roads, there will be protection 24/7. So for me, I feel that this is forward thinking, and I like that he has brought that. But I'm not giving it 100%. You know, with Nigerian politicians, you hail them on one end, tomorrow they'll do something and you'll be wondering what you saw. So based on that so far, I give him, you know, a thumbs up. I have also the Minister for Power. Me, sir, I have to thank you. Because if you know where I'm coming from, if you know my story, you will join. I mean, my estate will have to thank you. Because our matter got to House of Reps. Yes. It was a serious matter. It was as if they had extors on the face of Nigeria. It was like, you people, you are going to suffer. We're running gen back to back. Diesel, petrol, what is it that we don't have? Solar, regular inverters. And we'll be running this thing 24/7. It was not easy at all. It was such a heavy toll on our finances as a whole estate. But now we just sit down. Even when the light goes off for a bit, we don't even rush to turn on the gen or anything because we know that you will bring it back. So for that reason,
you don't complain about the cost.
No, I'm not complaining. Which cost? Do you know how much I was spending on all the other things? You know, every week, the week. Now I'm using that amount of money to do other things. So I'm so grateful for that. I can buy food in bulk and I can, you know, I can keep it. There's just so much that it has done for our lifestyle, and I thank you for doing that. And I hope that more Nigerians will begin to enjoy what it is that we have been enjoying for a while. I have Minister for Women Affairs and Social Development. Now,
Minister.
So now,
we're shutting down this event
Yes.
now.
So for her, it's because she has become like a voice of what should be done right, the voice of due process. So I'm not saying that the whole ministry, you know, has, I still think there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but that someone can do what she's done, shutting down events for people who would have otherwise done it before and say, yeah, cashed out and taken advantage of vulnerable people. I like that you have done that. So well done on that, Madam Uju Kennedy.
Okay. So I think I'll start with that I'm not the ministry that I'm not so happy about. There's the Ministry of Health, you know, because this is a ministry that I feel we're not giving as much attention as we should. Because the person where they are alive will enjoy good.
All the other things.
A person where they are alive will enjoy education. A person where they are alive will enjoy all the other, you know, all the other things. So the fact that our doctors, our nurses, they are jabbing and nothing is being done about that, they are not really where they feel that in their own country, they are not well taken care of, right? They are not getting enough trainings, you know, they are not being paid well, they are not being looked after. You know, this has been a big issue for the past 1 year. And I really hope that they'll do something about it. It's quite disappointing because basic health care should be available to each and every citizen of a country. And I think we lack that because even most of our politicians and, you know, and leaders, they keep going abroad when something happens. It should not be so, right? So I think I'm highly disappointed in that ministry. Then, so I'm going to say ministry I'm not happy about, one I'm happy about, one I'm not happy, so I'll go like that. So the ministry I'm really happy about is the education, right? Because education is key. And I feel that they've been doing a lot in terms of like the loans, now the loan scheme that they started.
That's the presidential's students
loan now, yeah, for the students loan, because it's giving opportunity for everybody to be able to go to school, for every child in Nigeria to go to school. They're really improving the public schools, the public system. So I really commend them. That's a step forward. Even though the loans, they just started all that, and we're going to see how over the past, the first set of people, when they graduate and 2 years after NYSC, how they're going to pay this back and how it's going to help the economy and how we're going to just keep, because if they don't pay back, then it's going to affect the people that are coming after them. But let's see how that works. But one thing is that ministry has been able to give an opportunity to every child to be able to go to school.
University.
Yeah, to university, yes, and that's a good thing. With higher level of education, that's great. Then I want to talk about the petroleum, the oil.
Oh.
Petroleum.
Yes, petroleum. I'm an oil and gas lawyer, so I'm disappointed in that ministry with everything that's been going on, the petroleum back and forth, importing fuel price. Now I say they want to even still increase with the Dangote refinery. It's so sad that a country like Nigeria, like rich country, we can't boast of our own national refinery at work, and it's sad. So I don't even want to talk about that. Then another ministry that I'm happy about, in terms of innovation, is the Ministry of Works that she talked about, because I like the fact that I don't know why it took them so long to start using concrete to do our roads, because that's what every other country, developed country, has been using. Because you don't want to do roads and every day, like if you're driving at night, every day they're patching like this. Ozuman Badiwe Road. It's been done like in 1 year. It's been done like how many times? It's crazy. It spoils your tire. Every day there's one on the other side. Like the new innovation where he says you're no longer going to give new contracts to people.
Concrete road did not start with this minister.
No, it didn't start.
But I like the fact that as he came now, because we're talking about
announced
what
that all
right
is
now
new.
for the past 1 year. Yeah, continuity, because he might as well have come in and changed it to what he thinks is better.
Have gotten criticism.
Yes.
Attacking.
So yes, so I like that. I like that ministry too. Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Many people on YouTube do not agree with the Minister for Works. They feel it's being selective. They listed Abule Egbasongo Road, which I went through to get to water, and it's been a terrible eyesore for several years.
Why did you go through it? They have done Badagry Agbara Road.
Well,
and it's shorter to water.
Shagamu to interchange.
I think
also there are several
in phases.
Yes. So it's as it's facing one side, it might be turning the back to another person, but we just might acknowledge it because of our third mainland, while you should highlight the areas you feel you need work to be done. We'll take your phone calls when we return from this break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.